I was born in it, molded by it. I didn't see the light until I was already a man. By then it was nothing to me but blinding.
My hustle is everyday nonstop, and I create hustle for myself. When I did Broadway, it taught me how you keep yourself on a schedule. I was doing all these different things, and once I saw that type of structure, I said, you know what? How can I bring this over into my personal life? And so I just started planning all these different things that I wanted to do to help achieve the different things I wanted to achieve. You don't have to have a bunch of money to do that. I was doing this type of stuff with scraps. The big thing I learned is also to not be so hard on myself when it comes to my hustle, and to learn that I'm doing my best, but practice makes perfect. It's not as hard as sometimes they may think it is. Now, it does take hard work. Yeah, it does take discipline. Yeah, this, that, and the third. But at the end of the day, you can do it, because I did it. The people that I look up to and admire, it's not anything physically different between them and me. It's just the way that they think. Mm-hmm. When I was able to realize that it was a mindset thing, that mental constructs and breaking them down and habits and all these things were able to be rearranged, and you could literally rebuild the way that you thought to be the type of person that you wanted to be and achieve the type of goals you wanted to achieve, that's when my life changed. Yeah. Because I realized that it really was all the way that I was thinking. Sometimes you will close doors to yourself that you didn't even know were always open. You literally put the door and the knob and the handle and the key on them when they never were there. And once I realized that, I was like, the sky really is the limit. Like, it really is the limit. But, you know, not to go biblical, but it's like, you know, as I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil, for thou my, you know what I'm talking about. Yep. That is the mind. That is the valley of the shadow of death. The thoughts that people, the things that people say to you that regurgitate in your mind, the things you see on who you look like. You know, that is a big thing. You watch a TV show and you see a blonde and they're supposed to be stupid. Am I stupid? Yeah, exactly. Or if you see a black person and they're belligerent, am I supposed to be belligerent? Those are the things that aren't, that isn't you. Your mind is like a computer, and it's just playing back in itself what it's already seen. That's why you have to follow your heart. Your heart, it may not know how things are going to happen, but it feels it. So if you follow that, that's where you'll end up where it is. You'll be able to really manifest what it is your dreams are, because your mind doesn't know because it hasn't seen them yet. You're the one that's supposed to deliver it to the world. Ever let anybody stop you from believing that it's cool to be kind? That's the one thing I feel like that I struggled with so much, was that I like to be loving and kind. And people often will try to act like that's not cool, that's corny, that's all this type of stuff. But I in my heart, it's like I've always wanted to share and be a loving person and all that kind of stuff. And that really stifled me sometimes as a young teen. And I would really just tell myself, don't stop believing that. Those are good things. Those are great qualities. Those aren't bad qualities. It might seem like that because of the type of people you're around, but don't let that stop you from being true. You know the truth.
What do you think about, you know, obviously, I feel like a lot of times when actors try to cross over to the music world, they get a lot of criticism.
Absolutely.
People are rooting for you, though. This is the first time I've heard, other than, you know,
Jamie.
we look, okay, yes.
I knew he was going to say Jamie.
Yeah, Jamie? Okay, look, we could even say Jamie, Tupac.
Yeah.
We even throw Drake in there, right?
Yes. I wish he would act more.
Right.
He's so good.
And so this is the first time I feel we're seeing really good energy behind someone who's crossing over, which is why, as a woman, I was so excited that you were coming in.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
I love seeing us win. So this must be amazing for you right now.
It really is awesome. And for me, it's more so a testament to like that message. You know, yes, it's me and I'm doing this, but it's that message that is most powerful to me that I want to show my peers, is that, look, y'all, I'm not a special person. I'm not no crazy different type of individual. I'm just believing in myself. And on any scale I want to express that creativity, I'm gonna do it, whether you're expecting it or not. I want to dance. I want to do concept videos. I'm gonna do that. If I want to do music, I'm gonna do that. And so I hope that that's the message. The message that you just said. I hope that's what everybody's getting out of it. Is that just do you? Yeah. At the end of the day, if people want to catch on, let them catch on. If not, go.
You made news last week when you accused singer Trey Songz of featuring you in a music video without your consent and using, quote, sexual intimidation to persuade you to participate. Now, we did reach out to him and he has no comment at this time, but tell us what happened.
You know, I don't want to keep harboring on this one situation because I don't want it to overshadow my real point, which is that as a society, you know, me specifically, I feel like as a woman, we've normalized things that shouldn't be normalized. Like misogyny is accepted, you know, women being objectified on a daily basis, that's something that we think is normal. And if you speak up about it, it's almost like you're doing too much. Yeah. And for me, it's like, I finally reached a point where I got the self-esteem and confidence within myself to be the change that I wanted to see, to speak up on the things that made me feel badly. You know what I mean? And that's really what it's about. I wouldn't have been able to do that, honestly, without having written my book. The things that I learned through that process made me be like, I don't care what anybody had to say. If it don't make me feel good, I'm gonna be honest about it. You know what I mean? Anybody else should too. That's what I would hope for them to do.
So you recently posted your picture without makeup, right? And people, of course, everybody has something to say.
Yeah.
So how did you deal with the negative feedback you got?
I deal with it because of, like I say, because of what I think and what I feel and how I want to change what I see. I see so many times we're accepting fake over real. It's like fake is the most beautiful thing over real, but it's like real is how you was made. That's of course the best thing. And so for me, it's just like I'm tired of it. I'm tired of all the stuff that we're being pushed to accept, and really in turn making us have high anxiety, low self-esteem, and depression. My mom always knew with singing that was my very strong suit. You know, I grew up singing in the church, and my mom said when she saw me sing, that's really all the things that gave her, like, you know, wow, I feel really like my daughter has something powerful. She thought that could get people to immediately see why she drove 4 days and 3 nights, you know, from her hometown to help me pursue my dreams. But everywhere we went, I mean, it was usually mostly for acting stuff, because people wasn't, I mean, we ain't in Michael Jackson's time, people wasn't really signing kid acts. And so even though my strongest suit was music, I still wanted to enter the world of acting. And so we thought what a great idea it would be to try to trick these people into letting me sing in the room so they could see that she might not have a lot of experience with acting, but she's got a lot of guts and she's got a lot of, you know, passion. So we go into these rooms, you know, we have a quick conversation. The people would be, you know, they see a million people all the time. They was ready to go after a little while. And my mom would, you know, we get ready to go. And as soon as we were about to get ready to go, I'd say, you know what? Can I just sing for you, please? And then my mama, you know, KeKe, they're not here for any of these things. They don't have the time for none of that. And I'm like, but please just let me sing for you, please. And, no, honey, just let her sing. Be a lion in your own way. It's just so funny. When I really think back on that type of stuff, it is so funny because my mom and I really did have game plans. And I think, like, seriously, we had a game plan, and when we go out the room, we be like, thank you. High-fiving and everything, and like, that is the best. I remember, I always tell my mom, we have a thing, it's like, I tell my mom all the time, I'm like, you my soulmate, girl, you my soulmate. You know what I mean? I know that moms and daughters and parents, they have maternal relationships, but my mom and ours is more than that. She understands me, and she has compassion for me, because she shares the same love that I have for creativity. I'm excited to bring all of that passion into music because now I have the self-awareness to know what it is I want to say. You know, people don't tell you that as an artist that, you know, it's good that you can sing good, but what are you telling? What is the story of your voice? What is the story, and who are you talking to, and what are you telling them? And so I had to go through a lot of life experiences, and then also losing myself and finding myself again, losing my voice and understanding what it was when I had it, you know, so I know what I'm saying now. And I'm just so grateful to now see that, because so often can you feel like, oh, this didn't turn out the way I wanted to, so now I'm a failure. No, it's a redirection. You're growing. You're getting the tools you need to become who you're supposed to be.
And it's gonna be better.
That's what I felt when I was writing The Enemy's Treatment. That's literally the thought that came into my head, is that, okay, I get it, God. I needed to know all this stuff, all the years that I've spent doing acting and doing all these different things. That's what led me to be able to put that treatment together. And I'm like, now I get it. Like, you know, now I get it. Everything goes full circle.
Absolutely.
I think for so long we believe that confidence is about outside validation, but confidence is really how you build confidence is loving you the most. That's really, and once you realize that, girl, it's a problem for me. Now my confidence is too damn high, okay? Because literally that's all that it comes down to, is you telling yourself in the morning when you wake up and you're not having all that makeup on and saying, girl, you're fine. Or when you're feeling bad about what somebody does to you, you going to them and saying, I don't like what you did. Whether they apologize or they understand it or not, the fact that you stood up for how you felt, that's the kind of stuff that builds confidence. So we sometimes have it backwards when we're looking at, you know, the media and all these things that's telling us this is what makes you feel good. That's what makes you feel good. Really what builds your confidence is you thinking the best of you having your own back, and you never letting anybody tell you who you need to be.
I read your book. And what was so interesting to me was you say fear is a choice. What do you mean by that?
I mean, it's a choice. Like, danger is real, but we don't have to be fearful. One of my grandmother's favorite psalms was, you know, as I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil, for thou art my, you know, the whole thing. And so that's how I feel about it. When I realized that, I started to understand that fear was something that people use to control you and lie.
Right.
And I was like, oh my gosh, kids, the gag is fear's not real. Oh my gosh, y'all, they've been lying to us.
You know, I'm sitting here and I make KeKe do this impersonation. I make her do this impersonation of.
Okay, so I'll explain it to you. So, okay, you guys know What's Love Got to Do with It, right? With Angela Bassett and Lawrence Fishburne. So there's a specific scene where he's like, eat the cake, anime, eat the cake, anime. So, you guys remember, like, her friend, she was trying to make her friend do it too, and her friend was like, not having it. So first, he's like, eat the cake, anime. She's like, you know, eating the cake. And then her friend gets up to leave because she's not ready for that drama. Then Lawrence Fishburne tries to, Angela Bassett tries to come and get her, and then this is the friend. You ain't got to tell me but what?